King Dad Gaming back, and today we have the MLB draft. If you don't remember last season, we had the MLB draft. We had the 5th overall pick, and we got our amazing pick in Roger Francis, who is generational talent. So we're hoping we can get something similar this year. There's a lot of good players in this draft. You know, some we got really some we didn't get so scouted. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the draft started. These are supposed to overall by the Athletic. They choose Holt Duke, someone we had not looked at all. Now we're on the board. Now there are multiple ways we could go. I think going for a closer wouldn't be a terrible ideal. We do have a few closers scouted that look absolutely great, but going with a closer just feels, you know. So part of me kind of wants to go with the starter because we went with such a good position player last year. But we already have so many starting prospects. And this guy, Jim Phillips, looks so good. We have him draft ranked #1, but we only have him 70% scouted, and his doctor exam he opted out of. So these are things we gotta consider, you know. Do we take that chance on a 70% scouted player for our first overall pick? You know, it could end up being great, but it could also end up being terrible. First base, so a position we need. We got him 100% scouted. His stats look great, but his potential is ranging between 75 and 90. The high end that could be great. Low end that could be bad. I think we take the chance on Jim Phillips. And we're going to be drafting second overall pick. Left fielder. Overall pick. National select Dan Vaughn. Another player I've heard of before. So we're gonna go ahead and send him to our next pick. It looks like all the position players were who went after us. It looks like a lot of these higher players we didn't even have scouted. We didn't even know who they were. We did. Miami ended up taking that first baseman. Okay. I think we go with this closer, Bob McKenzie. Potential could be 71 to 86, but he's one of the better. We do need bullpen prospects. Right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 18 years old. His walk looked good. His per 9 looked good, and his doctor exam came back healthy. There's also some starters we could look at. Justin Flutley isn't a terrible option, but he did opt out of his doctor exam, and that alone really scares me. The fact that he opted out of it. But he has the potential to be a top tier player. I think we go with Bob McKenzie. I feel like we need bullpen more. But luckily, our next pick, second round, because what was that? Oh, that was a competitive balance pick. For our second round, 41th pick, Justin's still available. So let's hop on that, not wait any longer to get Justin. Next 79th pick, we only have 2 people still on our board that we wanted. Wesley and Joey. Honestly, looking at this, I think Joey's the safer option, so we're going to go with Joey. Wesley's still on the board, so we'll take Wesley here in the 4th round. Now up to the 5th round. And a few players we have scouted are left, but not very many. I think we take this first baseman. Not first baseman. We have 50% scouted. From here on, it'll probably be kind of shots in the dark. You know, a lot of the only players we do have scouted aren't ranked very high, I guess you could say. So, probably better to just look around and see what's still available. I'll probably just be taking a shot in the dark on these last picks. shortstop. Like he'd be his Talik. Oh, his. Ooh. Let's take him. Why not? That's gonna end the draft. Obviously, we can't go ahead. We can and see who got picked. Is we gotta sign them all first. Already 3 players signed. Decided to sign. But I am really happy with that draft. Hopefully, I continue to be happy. Last episode, we got Connor and Joe in 8 games so far. He's been good for us. So far in 17 games, Roger has been struggling a little bit. He's not really walking a whole lot. He is hitting for good power. He's getting... But the walking will come with age. He's Robert 80 games. High in average, career high in on base. Not a career high in slugging, but he's getting there. So he stays on fire this year. Anthony already. Eloy's picked it up this year. His on base is a little low, but he's still been good. 26 games. Jay's really cooled off. Bond ain't anything special. Benintendi's really picked it up actually. Average wise on base, his on base is 312, but he's doing good batting wise, and Hampson's picked it up good. The minors, Gavin Sheets has been doing really good. I don't know why isn't Dominic every day? No, let's fix that right now. Colson Montgomery in the minors, since we sent him down 15 games, has been good. Gavin Sheets has kind of been in the minors most this year after 94 games last year in the majors. And 39 games, 8 home runs, 27 RBIs, batting 270 on with 365 on base. He keeps doing that, he'll make his way into the majors and definitely get playing time for sure. Looking at our pitching, Drew looks good. Tent is progressing good. We got a lot of players just on the verge of coming in the majors. Garcia in 2 innings since we called him up has been good. Tuki Tucson's been shut out in AAA in 21 games. In 21 saves, he hasn't blown any of them. Looking at Jacob Gonzalez, he's progressing pretty well. Contact's progressing well. Samuel's progressing pretty well in center field. At 26 years old, he'll probably be a trade candidate for us. Honestly. Yeah, he's a free agent at the end of the year, makes sense. At least for us so far, there's not too many interesting names on the trade block. Pops our eyes too much. It's crazy that we traded Makita last season to the Braves, and they used him last year. He had a solid year, and then this year they haven't touched him. He's basically been in the minors all year. So not the Yankees, the Dodgers are interested in Santander. Soroka, we do have him signed this year and next year, so it's not a requirement that we trade him. Looks like a few teams are interested in him, though. He's been playing good, so that makes sense. But not too many people on the trade block at least. Ooh. Martinez is on the trade block. So if you don't know, Brennan Martinez, Dodgers prospect, majors, 17 games. He's been very mid. Uh, he's from Australia, 18 years old. He got signed by them. Signed by them. He uh he got drafted by them last season. Santander. Huff, we had him in our last series. But yeah, so next episode we'll get to the trade deadline. We'll get through the trade deadline and we will get to see our prospects. We'll get to see if I made the right choice with taking, Jim so high. And yeah, so if you guys have any trades that you think make sense for us as a team, or if you think we still got 2 more years of team control for Luis Robert, you think trading him's a good idea. We could keep Anthony Santander this year because we do have him signed under contract next year. But with him being signed under contract next year, that does give him more value currently. All things we have to consider. All things we have to consider. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.